Progressive Magazine exercise 5 and 6 at the speed of 120 words per minute. Get ready, start. May I refer briefly to the question of the state's reorganization which has been discussed here during the last 4 days. I have been greatly distressed about much that has happened. It has caused me much unhappiness and produced in me a sense of failure, which I do not often have. However, what has worried me and distressed me most in not so much the actual occurrences as the growth of a spirit of violence all over the country, or at any rate in parts of it. The attempt to settle problems by violent methods is, I think, very bad for this country, regardless of the merits of any cause. Once you enter the reason of trying to settle problems by violent methods, you go towards something that is perilously near to civil war. Our country, with all its faults, has shown to the world a certain stability, certain peace, a certain measure of progress, and thereby established a certain reputation. This reputation is based on some fundamental characteristics. If we enter the region of violent explosions simply because dislike this thing or that, then we lose not only our reputation but something much more important than that. Are we going to become the type of country where every other month one hears of some kind of a violent revolution that is not democracy, but something which is the very reverse of democracy? Apart from that, it is a complete denial of any idea of measured or ordered progress. I can understand an attitude, and I believe that some people hold that attitude, that nothing can be achieved by these slow democratic or parliamentary methods, that nothing can be achieved by peaceful methods, that in fact nothing can be achieved if one goes about it step by step, that one must break everything and produce some kind of a certain slate to start afresh on. I do not agree with such an attitude. I think it is a matter for the Lok Sabha to consider very carefully where all this is leading us to, quite apart from the state reorganization report. In great cities and elsewhere, there are always anti-social elements, gundas and the like. One can deal with them if society generally disapproves of them, as it does. But when society approve of violent methods, then the gundas can immediately have the chance of their lifetime. The major question in India today, internally speaking, is this: what is going to be our policy in regard to this growing violence? I am not afraid of the violence of the hooligan, but of the spirit of violence. 2 days ago, on the occasion of the funeral procession in Lucknow of Narendra Deva, a person beloved of all, a policeman was blinded and others were badly injured. Why should this happen? A funeral procession should be an occasion for solemnity. Instead, some people threw stones and pushed about, and a poor policeman lost an eye completely, apart from some police officers being rather badly injured by stones. I cannot understand this. We in India appear to have a split personality. We speak undoubtedly about non-violence, about our culture and Sanskriti, while in our daily behavior we are coming down to a level which is not a civilized level at all. A hurtle may be quite legitimate as an expression of opinion in a certain set of circumstances, but may become dangerous and objectionable in another set of circumstances. And I say that At the present moment, with these big tensions and bitterness prevailing in various parts of India, it is not patriotic, it is not wise, it is not reasonable to do anything which may lead to violence, even if the government is at fault. May I say a few words about the state's reorganization business? Slightly less than 2 months ago, we discussed the matter in this Lok Sabha. There was a very full debate, and I ventured to give expression to my own approach to this question then too. As I have watched developments in various parts of the country, I have been troubled not by this occurrence or that, but by the atmosphere that is being gradually created. The main problem before me has been to meet the challenge how the growing violence and bitterness, how can we possibly check it? How can we possibly soothe it? Some honorable members have referred rather causistically to some kind of a dictatorial approach by four men of the Congress committee who are supposed to lay down this or and that. What exactly is the procedure we followed? I referred to it on the last occasion and to the multiplicity of these problems. I also pointed out that the problem usually was not one between the central government and a certain group or a certain state, but between two groups or states. Stop.